Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Okay, fish cannons confirmed working. Very good. Yum. Okay. Notifications are out. Headpad machine should be working. Fish cannons check. Okay. What if I just stayed on the screen, the starting screen, for like 10 more minutes? What would you guys do? What if you never do when I would first make my appearance? Does whispering in your ear? Is this uncomfortable? Hello everybody. Welcome in. It's me, Isla. Hello. Welcome to Okay, that tickles a little bit. Okay, now listen. Welcome to Hello, welcome to Studio Now and Then. Today we're doing some art. So I know on the schedule it says we're doing games, and there's like 3 games that I really want to play right now, and I'm trying to balance out like playing the games that I want to play and also like doing art that I want to art. Oh, it's like a whole thing. Hello everybody, thank you for headpads. Alright, real quick, before we go too much further, Magrior, oh my goodness, thank you very much for subscription. I do very much appreciate it. Thank you. You are a legend. I appreciate you. Schedule? It's not a list of lies. Listen, I started mostly on time. Tomorrow we're definitely following the schedule properly. We're doing collab with a bunch of very cool beans. We're putting people on trial. I'm actually kind of dreading like when I'm going to be on trial. Like, do they know of? No, they can't know. There's no way, right? Will we? Yes. Okay, so we're setting up for collab tomorrow, right? We're playing Guilty as Sock, right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the game, but it looks very silly, looks very chaos, looks very like the people you play with make it fun. So like, I know for certain we're playing with a lot of super cool beans tomorrow. Should be very good. There's evidence of my villainy? No, there's not. You got nothing. There's no evidence whatsoever. Provide the video proof. No, listen. Okay, listen. We're probably going to be on time, but here's the thing with collabs, right? Sometimes things are scuff and you don't know why. That's just how it happens, you know? It's okay. It happens. But we will do the collab. It'll be, I guess, technically like 40 minutes from now-ish. 40 minutes an hour from now-ish, whatever your current time is. Okay, hold on. Let me also make sure I have YouTube land up. Hello, YouTube land denizens. Welcome in. So yeah, the plan. So we started a picture on Was that Monday? Today is Thursday. This has been a very long week, not for any specific reason. There's almost an entire video of it. No, listen. That was in the long ago. I am a very different creature at this point. I have turned over a new leaf. I am on the straight and narrow. I'm a law-abiding citizen now. Thank you. Old habits die hard? No, it's fine. Facebook Live?
Fine.
Really?
You got me. I am fierce.
There you go. Very fierce. Right there. Bam. Also, just as a random point of note, somebody bought a book for me on my throne. You know who you are. And I appreciate you. Thank you. I just want to make sure I say that again. Like, listen. You guys have heard me talk about the Cradle series by Will White. It's like martial arts fantasy. Like, it's such a good book series. It really is. And like, I'm getting all of the books, and it pleases me so many. Okay, listen, I am still a law-abiding citizen, okay? I am innocent until proven guilty. You got no proof, okay? That's all I'm saying. There's no proof. I'm innocent. I don't have the whole series yet, but I'm getting there. Listen. But no, like, listen. For everybody who has bought in
A bit of a snack.
You are guiltier than the kid with their hand in the cookie jar.
I'm not. Listen, you caught the kid with their hand in the cookie jar. Nobody caught me, okay? You got nothing, cause I didn't do nothing. I'm innocent. My lawyer sucks blood. Listen, allegedly. You want cookies? Have a cookie. Do it. Treat yourself. Why not? I'm guilty of being too fierce. Ah, alas, the one allegation, the one charge that I cannot escape. It is true. I'm very fierce. That is accurate. It's free real estate. I don't know why, but the tiny squish just, it's free real estate. It's so good. Anyway, hello everybody. You can't have cookies? No? Why not? Don't have... Oh, are you moving, though? Don't get home for another 2 hours. Oh, no. Okay, listen. That really tickles. No. Favorite redeem? Which one is that one? The other. That I'm a what? I mean, listen, everybody has one. I don't know if that's really a thing that we have to indict people about. Zion? I don't think that's a thing we have to indict people about. Do I know where the fish caught? There's a whole cart of fish? Oh, okay. We might have those turned off because we weren't doing aught last time. Let me listen. You are being hypnotized, okay? You see nothing. Everything is as planned. Everything is great. You see nothing. You are mesmerized by the tales whilst I'm turning on redeems. Hold on. We're turning things back on. You are mesmerized and not worried about things that are turned off right now. Here we go. Oh. Okay. And... There we go. Okay, now everything. There you go. Now you go. Now you have all of the redeems.
Make a new layer. Do it.
We're not even in the aught program yet. Does that count? Should I have waited to turn that back on? I don't know. Listen, the plan for today. We started a thing on Monday. We're gonna see if we can do some more work on that.
Hey,
like we're gonna.
You should save.
I mean,
Hello.
we haven't even started working on the thing yet. Hold your horses. Hold on. Wait. At least wait until we get into the thing. But yeah, anyway, welcome in everybody. Let's do some hollows and then let us do some art today. I love that you could just be like, "Oh, you're making a joke about this friend." It's so good. Listen, okay, listen. I did say hold your horses, but also make sure to get consent from horse, yeah? This is important. If she agree, then by all means hold the horse. But she has to consent first. Okay, let me do some hollows. I don't really have any news today. Oh, do you guys remember when I was messing around with Spine? This was like a while ago. I finally figured out some stuff with Spine. I've got some secret project in the works. It's not like super crazy exciting or anything, but it is like a project that I can learn how to actually use the program with, so that's very exciting. Yeah. I can make wiggly things now. Did I figure out that spines have vertebrae? You know, I did know that beforehand. Shockingly, I actually know how to make the vertebra move now. So that's really nice. Maybe stretch and hydrate redeem. Very well. Do the worm? I don't think I can do that. No. Listen, my old joints don't quite work that way. They don't move quite that swiftly. New programs for the win. Yeah, I have a lot of... There's a lot of stuff I want to do with this. Why am I learning Spine? I know how to use Live 2D, right? So you're thinking, why the heck would I need to learn Spine? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. For anybody who does not know, I make the video games. I'm working with a fabulous team to make video games, right? And like, to do licensing for Live 2D, like properly do licensing if you use their software to make stuff for a game, it's heckin' complicated and very confusing. So like, we're trying something else to see if it will work. Yeah, so I do want to say, okay, the game, we have a poster right there. I'm kind of pointing at it with my ear, right? We don't know if we're doing animations in the game yet. I want to make sure this is clear up front. This is purely for experimentation to see if we can make it viable, okay? Yeah, so again, this is purely experimental. This might not make it into game, but if it does, Spine is the program that we would probably use. Okay? But again, very, very experimental, but it's exciting that I have learned enough that I can make stuff kind of wiggle around. Is the movement like natural, normal looking? No, not really. So, I now know enough to know how much I don't know. If that makes sense. Now, okay, listen, you are willfully misinterpreting the stuff I say. I do not appreciate that. Listen, especially since listen, if you say that and then somebody like latches onto that, then I'm held accountable for something. No, stop. Okay, that really tickles. Stop. No, I'm not a villain anymore. Come on. Anyway, so yeah, that's my exciting news for today. Oh my gosh. So yesterday, oh my gosh, can we get a shout out for Perry Indigo, the fabulous bean butterfly? You guys know of Perry, right? Oh my gosh, she's great. She sent me a message like Tuesday night and was like, "Hey Isla, you want to participate in Secret Project?" And I'm like, "That's crazy, Perry, but yeah, sure, sign me up." So like Wednesday, I spent several hours doing secret project with Perry. I don't know when secret project is going to be revealed, but like we got to keep an eye out for it because it's probably going to be crazy. Yeah, I'm not a villain anymore. Listen, technically I never lied. I always said I'm not a villain because at the time I was not a villain, and I'm still not a villain anymore. There you go. Alright, let's do some hollows and then let's do some art, shall we? Kyron, hello, you fabulous mod. Welcome in. Glad you're here today. Phoenix, hello, you. Welcome in. We've got Invert, hello. Magrier, thank you again for subscription. I very much appreciate it. Vanikin, hello. Glad you could make it today. Zion, hello. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Varg, hello. We got, let's see, we've got some violins, we've got some head pads. Soren, you fabulous bat. Welcome in. Amok, hello. Welcome in. Kailua, welcome to Studio Now and Then. We're doing art today. It's very exciting.
Layer. Do it.
No, we're not on the art screen yet. Contain your desire for chaos. There is a time and a place, and we're not at the time or the place yet. Sad news? Oh no. You okay? How many layers? How many layers do I own? I mean, I don't really... Do I own the layers? I guess they're in a file that I made. What do you mean, oh? I don't owe layers. It would be 2, but like, we're not even on the art screen yet. Become a chaos onion? Oh, right, on page, what was it, 169, right? Your book got stolen by family member, I think? So, could you not make the recipe? Yeah, it's Thursday. It does not feel like Thursday. Does it feel like Thursday to you guys? Are you looking forward to weekend? You have a peak jar. Oh, okay. That's good. How did the recipe turn out? Was it delicious? Was it nice? What if we just yapped the whole time? What would you guys do? Busy weekend plans? Ooh. Main ingredient wasn't... Really? Huh. That's kind of wild. So here's the thing. Yapping is super easy if I have the option to like, oh, we're gonna draw now. If it's just me frantically trying to come up with topics of conversation, then it gets real awkward. I've listened to some friendos and they're like, here's how you prepare for like yapping streams. You think up topics of conversation like ahead of time, so you have like a fallback thing, and then you can just like have a story and you just kind of verbosely tell the story, that kind of thing. Wait, hold on. I haven't played Marvel Rivals in a long time. Is the thing actually in Marvel Rivals now? Oh my gosh. I don't know where I saw this first, but there's this like meme, and it's in quotes, here's the thing, and then it's a picture of the Thing from Fantastic Four, and I can't hear that phrase or say that phrase without thinking about the Thing. it's driving me crazy. The brain rot is real. Comedy crowd working? I don't know what that means. Is that like taking something from somebody else and then expounding upon it? Because that's probably what that is. That's what you were referencing? I got that reference. Have I played Helldivers as of late? You know, I haven't played Helldivers in quite a long time. Unfortunately. There was like some new big thing that they introduced, like dragon bug things, I think. But I haven't played that, so I have no idea what those are about. Really big bugs. Like bigger than the thing where it's has the face tentacles that like go underground and try to like stab you. Bigger than that one. Have I played Elden Ring lately? I haven't played Elden Ring since I beat it. Technically that was 2? Was that 2 models ago or 1 models ago? It's been a long time since I've played Elden Ring. Yeah. Way bigger than that. Oh, the Hive Lord. Oh man, I feel like I've missed a lot then in Helldivers. Wow. But yeah, I don't know. So part of me likes the you can just drop into a mission and it's a little bit different every day, but it is also like the same formula. Part of me really likes that, and part of me does not. And I some days it's like, you know what, I feel like doing something, just going and doing the Helldivers thing, and you can just run missions and it's great. And other days I'm like, I have no desire to do this. So like I'm very torn on it. Like I like the game, I like the mechanics, I like how crazy and weird every time you do a drop to a planet, it's always different. Something crazy happens. Like your teammates will throw something at you know, in the general area where you are, and you're like, oh no, wait, why would you do that? And then you explode and you have to get respawned. Like there's, you know, comedic things could happen anytime. It's great. Like a Rainbow Six experience, Ready or Not, is an interesting game. I feel like I've heard about that. I don't know. I did used to play a lot of R6, but like I wasn't good at it. Let me just preface that really quickly. But it was very fun. Like you run around as Cav and you just do stealthy things and you just be a silly bean. It's great. I did. I played R6 Siege, yeah. Again, was not very good at it. And since I've played, they've probably changed all of the maps, made them bigger, less awkward, etc. and so on. So like, I would have to completely relearn the game if I wanted to play it again. And like, my favorite things to do in that game, like I would play Sledge, and then you would just break all the walls. It was great. No, listen. I was a good teammate, mostly. I swear, I'm a good teammate. I'm a good teammate. Well, I probably wouldn't be now, because I don't know any of the maps. But like, theoretically. Hello. Welcome. Have I ever played it on stream? No, I purely played it just for funsies. Well, I think the big thing with like Siege is you also have to like have like you gotta play with a team that's like fun to play with. Like if you're playing with randos, it's not the same game, you know? Cam, I don't know what that means. I'm guessing that's the R6 character Frost, right? But I don't know what any of the rest of that means. I do not have the context for that. It's been so long. But anyway, okay, so today we're doing art. We're gonna swap over and we're gonna actually do some art today. I'm gonna draw more than like 3 lines. It's gonna be great. Hopefully we can get to coloring today. So I think on Monday I was very ambitious with my, yeah, we're gonna finish this in one sitting. We did not finish it in one sitting. However, I have worked on it like for maybe 5 minutes to figure out how the shoes should actually be sitting on the ground, and hopefully today we can do some line art that makes it work properly. Shall we go take a look? You guys want to see? I'm gonna go sit over here, and then we're going to switch to... Oh, that's so loud. Okay, that's really loud. Hold on. Okay, how's that? Can you guys hear the music, but it's not too loud, right? Okay, so since we had 2 chaos layers redeemed, here, 1, 2 chaos layers. These are for you guys. Enjoy those. There they are. We're gonna color coat them as well. Let's see, that one's yellow, orange, red. There you go. There's your chaos layers.
Make a new layer. Do it.
All the Skittles for you. There you go. Purple. You get purple. It's layer 35. Have fun with that one. Okay, so what I have done, if we look here at the shoes, I have tried to figure out how to make the shoes work in perspective. Absolute nightmare. Can I just say, drawing shoes in perspective, drawing high heels in perspective, but also having the foot look like it's flopped over because like our maid is like real tired. It's like a whole thing. Also, window, canvas. I don't need that open. Okay, let's set this up a little bit so you guys can actually see like a big picture of what we're working on today. There we go. Alright, now we can go back to here. There we go. Now I can zoom in on stuff, but you guys can still kind of see what we're working on. Wow. Catwoman with the lower body of a caterpillar? Is it funnier the 3rd time? Are you sure? Okay, listen, I have at least 1 pair of shoes. Listen, you go out and about into the human world, they want you to wear shoes? Like, for some reason? I don't know. Listen, you have to have at least 1 pair of shoes, though, okay? I don't know why, but you gotta have at least 1. So I do have 1, but they don't have heels on them. So, like, how do heels in perspective, how does that even work? You know what I mean? Like, okay, so if we just go by the perspective we have here in the background, I'm pretty sure we need to actually move the, like, ankle up to about here. So that's, like, step 1. Step 2 would be our little boot thing actually needs to probably go up to here if we're going by perspective from the background. So we do need to fix these a little bit. Let's see, the heel is mostly okay. Probably need to drop it down a little bit more. But yeah, this is why drawing shoes, drawing feet is difficult, because if you take into account perspective, then it changes all the things. It also needs to look cute, is the other thing. You'd never guess I played R6? Yeah, I'll have you... Okay, listen. Back back in the day, I used to do a lot of FUPS like games. I played Apex. I played like Apex Legends. I played R6. Was I very good at them? No. Did I have fun with them? Yes. But again, it's one of those like you have like the cool beans to play the games with, and it's fun, right? Is this a more correct version of the shoe? Does that look correct? Maybe a little bit. The size of the foot actually looks more correct. I'm wondering if we could move the toe of the shoe in, or if that's gonna throw off the whole perspective. Feeling the pose. Listen, it is Thirsty Thursday. She been working hard. She needs like a drink of some sort, water. She needs something to, you know, get her spirits up, right? Honestly, if you want to know more about R6, we can talk about that. I don't know how many people play this or know about it, but like, again, I haven't played in, gosh, I don't even know how many years at this point. I could probably look and see how long it's been since I've played. I haven't played Siege in like 3 years. So like I would say that at this point I haven't really played the game. Like it's been a hot minute or 12 since I've played the game. So like they've probably added new operators, new maps, etc. and so on. But like I liked playing Cav, I liked playing Sledge. Yep. That's a pretty good summation. You run around being all sneaky, or you just go through all of the walls. Is it Siege X? Is it Siege X? Wait, really? But yeah, there's just good things about the game. Like, there's also a lot of bad stuff with the game, so we'd see. Listen, I'll have you know, I was a very effective Cav like 30% of the time. I'll have you know. The 10th season? Okay. But yeah, I have not played in a long time. You know what? I think we're gonna leave this shoe like this. I think we're gonna keep it in this manner. This should be where the end of the heel goes. Do we like this though?
Hello.
Does that look weird? But yeah, I feel like at this point...
Fine. It's fine. I guess I am cute.
That is a lie. That is a lie. It is fierce. I'm very fierce. Very fierce. Jericho, hello. Glad you could make it today. So I think the problem is that, like, does the heel of this just look weird? Maybe. Like, if we didn't draw the heels on these shoes, right? It looked like she's just wearing flats, which I don't think is how a high heel shoe is structured. Hold on. We gotta open our example picture. I gotta figure out what this is. We gotta look at our reference, and then we gotta decide what we want to do with this. We also gotta be careful not to open any suspicious files. Okay, hold on, wait for it. This one, here we go. let's actually change our category today. Thank you. Yes. We are doing art today. Let's make sure we actually change the category. Yeah, there we go. Doing proper streamer things. Heck yeah. Thank you. What? Denizens? It is fierce. It is fierce only. What the heck? Hey, we're not 2 hours in the wrong category, so you know what? I'll take it. Okay, so we look at the structure of like the shoe, the foot, right? I don't see that here. So let me actually copy this layer and let's see if we can make this work better. Also, I think I drew ow. Also, I think I drew the skirt too long. Just a little bit. Like it would be a lot cuter if we change this up a little bit, right? Okay, so we've copied the layer. We are going to grab all of this. We're just gonna squeeze this up a little bit more. I don't know, if somebody's like super exhausted to the point where they're like flopped down on a chair, is that still cute, or is it just like, ah, this poor bean, they work so hard? Yeah, we're gonna figure out, let's see, so if the heel is like this, then you have the arch of the foot, then you have the toes like that. I think we could make this a little bit better. Okay, so I'm thinking that if you have the heel like this, your high heel does need to actually at least start covering that whole part of the heel. So we've got that going for us. And then, actually making the boot shaped a little bit better. Okay, so we have that. You know, I'm actively questioning why is the shoe, why is making sure that the shoes and the feet, why is making sure that this is properly done? Why is this so important? I don't know. Is it like making sure that each element is drawn correctly? Because like we have a lot of good like anatomy with the rest of the character. Are the shoes this important? Are the legs like super wonky in proportion? Is this leg not as long as this leg? Is the knee in a weird place and I just didn't even realize? Are we discovering new exciting things that we need to fix in the picture? We pronounce it. Wait, what? Hold on. I missed something in chat. I was looking at. It's art. Yeah. Tail pats are out of stock. Oh, is it the cooldown timer? If you have an emotional connection, even somebody being incredibly angry.
Hey, Isla, you should save.
Oh. No, listen, if somebody is fierce and angry, you definitely should not feel like they are any sort of anything aside from those two things. Yes. Do I remember the last operator they added before I stopped playing R6? What's the girl that... Is it a girl? I think there's some lady that throws like kunais that make fake walls. I think they added her after I stopped playing. I'm pretty sure that's the last one that I remember. That was like new and I never messed with them. Can you ask questions about the peak chore if something seems slightly off or you have questions? Honestly, yeah, go for it. I'm open to questions. See, here's the thing. We're doing iterations of the drawing. We're trying to figure things out as we go. Like, I can tell something is off and I'm trying to work out what that is and why. If you guys have questions, absolutely feel free to ask. Another stretch and hydrate redeem. Very well. Also saving. Okay, saving. It has been saved. Should this part right here be like this? So the reason I drew it that way is because in this picture that I drew of this character, the shapes are very exaggerated, so the heel is pushed back quite a lot. If we think about... Okay, hold on. Let's try to work this out like properly, right? So you have... Okay, so you have like your ankle bone, there's like the leg, you have like a heel, there's like the arch of the foot, the toe pads, and then the actual toes, right? Well, if you have a high heel, let me just copy this. The heel gets pushed back a little bit, the arch arches more. Like, depending on how big the heel is, etc., and so on. So, like, this shape to me, in my brain, makes a lot of sense. So that way you can have, like, the high heel. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, so we gotta have the heel kicked out, we gotta have the arch of the foot, like, down further. So then when I look at this, what my brain is trying to figure out, you have, so your ankle is there, you've got the leg, so you got to kick out the heel, right? I guess that would be kind of at an angle. Then you have the arch of the foot. We are going to see a tiny bit of the underside of the foot. So there's like the pads of the foot, there's like the toe beans. So this would still be kind of like this shape, and then your heel has to kind of line up with the bottom of the shoe, right? Actually, that's not bad. Okay, so if we do this on this other side as well, so we have our ankles. Ankles are slightly... See, the inside of the ankle is slightly higher than the outside of the ankle. And then we have the arch of the foot, which that doesn't quite line up with this one, so we'll fix that here in a minute. But you kick the heel back a little bit. The arch of the foot, it's going down, but it's also being foreshortened. So that makes this part a little bit awkward. Then you have the toe beans, like this way, right? But we could make that more like this. Does that work? Because that looks real weird. Drawing feet with any sort of foreshortening, it always looks so weird. Do I need to study this more? I might need to study this more because this just looks weird, man. It looks weird. Just got here? Welcome in. So yeah, the thing that I'm struggling with, like we can make this part, we can make this one look fine because it's kind of a side view mixed with like a little bit of perspective, right? But then for the other foot, let's see. Okay, so the ankle is like here. This is like the higher part, that's like the lower part. So then arch of the foot would be kind of like this, but then we need to have a spot for the toes. Do we like this? Does this actually work? It just looks weird. Are we not drawing this as a 3D object? Is this the problem? Okay, heel resting on the floor. It's fairly lined up. We could probably make this just a little bit more like that, right? And then, let's see, the top part of the ankle is there. The other toe is like right here. So if we move this in a little bit, we'll have the heel like right there. It just looks strange, doesn't it? I mean, technically that is correct. It does just look a little bit strange because of the foreshortening. But it kind of works. Okay, listen. For the record, feet are very gross. Okay, I don't make it weird. Okay, but here's the thing. You draw a picture with like cool shoes, or like you properly draw the feet. It makes the picture look more finished. Okay, listen, you draw somebody who's like flopped over a chair, and then you draw the feet's like slumped over because they're tired. It adds to the body language. It's important. Okay? Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird is all I'm saying. Any suggestions for getting better at art? My suggestion, what do you want to draw? Do you want to draw people? So then you learn, okay, today I'm going to take a look at a whole bunch of art references, like real photos of like arms. I'm going to figure out how and why they look certain ways. And I'm going to just focus on drawing arms today. So it's like you want to learn anatomy, you start focusing on one area, and then you can slowly study different parts, and then you kind of collect them all together and add them up. You study how the neck works, how the torso works, etc., and so on. It's a gradual learning thing, if that makes sense. But knowing what you want to draw. Do you want to draw cool plants? Well, you probably don't need to study anatomy specifically. Like you draw plants. You look up references for, oh, this flower looks like this. Why does this tree look this way? Etc. and so on. That would be my recommendation. Know what you want to draw. Study how to draw thing better. Yeah? See, that's the thing. It's important for the art. Okay, so the other thing that we have to ask ourselves, do these two shoes, like this shoe is very much in perspective, but does it look like it could be a similar size, volume, etc., and so on to the other foot? That's the question. Does it matter? Are we thirsty? Should we all do a hydration together? I think we probably should. All right, listen. I've got my drink. Are you guys prepared? You have your water? Okay, let's do a hydration together. It is a thirsty Thursday. Let us consume beverage. Here we go. Hello, hello. Thirst quenching. Delightful. Rayster, hello there. Glad you can make it today. Alright, let's hide this for now. We're gonna make this blue and let's draw some shoes. Why not? One last quick look at how we did this. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It's already been an hour. How has it already been an hour? There's no way. I literally just started drawing. No. So anyway, I guess we should probably go do break time. Are my lines the same thickness? I feel like I need to make my brush bigger. Yep. Just a bit. That heel shape looks a little odd. Let's try something a bit more like this. Something here looks weird. I think it's these wrinkles. And I think it's also how the perspective of the shoe is going. Okay, so this is the actual underside of the shoe, right? Okay, we probably actually factually should go undo a break. What do you mean? Hold on. Listen, I want to encourage you to draw, but what's with that lead in? Sissy, what the heck? Listen. What do you want to draw today? Do you want to draw cool maids? Battle maids? I'm not stealing time. You can't prove nothing. But we are gonna go on break, and I'm gonna just kind of go check and make sure that my supply of don't worry about it. It's fine. Listen, we'll be back in like 5 minutes. Okay, bye. We are back. Hello again, everybody. All right, so music? Is it freaking out? Hello? Nope, there it is. Okay, we're good. Something about this line looks very strange, and I don't know why. Maybe I should get me a pair of these little elf boot things, and then I can actually, like... You know, hold on. Okay, so listen, one of the best things that you can do, art-wise, if you have something, like, you have a pair of these little elf boots, right? You can, like, actually take, like, a real-life picture of how they look. I've actually seen this done a couple of times. Like, people have said you can, like, to make your own reference photos, basically. Take a picture of your own hand in different positions. You can even take a video of, like, just moving your hand around, and then you pull out, like, still frames of that, and then you can draw it. Like, that would work. I could do that. I could do that with, like, shoes. I don't have any shoes like this, though. Man. Do I need to buy some shoes so that I can properly draw, like, heels? It seems like a really weird thing to do. Sort of? I mean, it'd work, though. I would definitely have good reference material. Like, especially for a picture like this. Can people actually sit like that without their Achilles tendons starting to hurt after a few minutes? I feel like this is, you initially do a flop in a chair, and then you're like, and then you have to move. I don't think this is a thing that people could do long term, especially not in heels. Because, like, you'd be like, wow, my feet want to fall this way, like, fall a certain way naturally, but then the heels and the shoes and, like, the stress on your ankles, I feel like this would be, you initially kind of flop down to relax, and then you're like, oh wait, this is not how, like, my body chooses to relax. But it would be you flop down initially, I think, would be how this would work. This is not the be all end all for comfort. The closet full of shoes is a business expense? Nah. No, listen, you go to a thrift store, right? You find some cool, like, shoes, right? And then you get reference material for not, like, crazy amounts of money. But I don't think you could justify, I don't think that would be a legit tax expense. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. Unless I'm wrong, in which case, no, I don't think that's how that would work. Unless... See, but now that I'm drawing this not as a sketch, it looks so weird. Okay, so here is the arch of the foot. That would be like this. We have the floppy part of the boot. Like this. Is that really how this, the toe portion of these would look? Is that really how this would look? Is it really? Okay, so we have the archway doing like a thing like this. It goes like that, and we'd have to have a little bit of an arch like this. Does that look super duper weird? I think it kind of does. I think we actually kicked out the toe a little too far now that I'm doing the line art for this. How curious. So if we angle this a little bit more like this. Okay, so it's got some issues, but I think that actually does work a little bit better. You can actually see the arch of the foot here, but I think we need to... Let's see. No, it actually ends up in about the right spot. Okay, but then the other part, about like this. Hold on, we're doing estimations, we're trying to figure it out, we're doing iterations of things. We got this. We can figure it out. How the heck do even shoes work? You know what I mean? I think we can figure it out. Thank you for the fish. I will eat that later. You just do a flop and sleep. Oh my gosh. Honestly,
Hey, Isla, you should save.
I do struggle with shoes. Listen. This is how art works. You struggle with things. You gotta learn how to draw it. I am no exception to this rule. I also
do it.
I also struggle with needing to make new layers for my denizens. Here you go. This is your new layer. It's going to be blue. Wow, blue. Wow. Look, we have a whole like little rainbow of layers. Wow. Miss Save Redeem? Okay. Saving. But yeah, so if you learn nothing else from today, just know that like this is a thing. Learning how does this actually work? Every artist is gonna go through this. It is very normal. It's very okay to struggle with stuff, right? You gotta look up references. You gotta take the references. You gotta make your own references if you need to, right? Shoes are shapes that go around feet. Practice cross contouring. True. So like, okay, so let's take a look at these. This shoe looks way bigger than this shoe. If you ignore like one half, don't look at this one for a second. This shoe kind of looks fine, but it looks super small. Shoes are so difficult. Listen, the reason that these shoes are both drawn like from the side, this is very easy. It's a side profile of a shoe. You can draw the arch of the foot. Drawing shoes in any sort of perspective is a nightmare. We could try rescaling it to see if that would work. Okay, so okay. You know what? Let's copy this layer. We're actually going to erase this part of the shoe, and then let's see if we can size this up or if that makes it look like extra weird. Okay, so things I'm looking for. We do have a perspective grid vaguely established, so we got to make sure that our heels kind of line up, right? And then, let's see. I think that the heel spike might be a little bit big on this one. That might be okay. And then I think the arch of the foot might be drawn a little bit too small. Okay, so if this is the size right here, this is the size of the pointy bit of the heel, that means we need to make this a little bit smaller. Maybe something kind of like this. Maybe we schmoove this just a little bit. Oh, do we need to arch these part more? Hold on, wait. You know what? That might work, actually. Alright, so then we follow our perspective, and I think something kind of like this, and then. The shoes are necessary for work and unsuitable for everyday use. Really? Listen, that seems very sketchy, like at best. I don't know. Feet and hands are anatomical nightmares. So, okay, so here's the thing. Most people don't spend a lot of time looking at feet. Everybody knows they exist. They're very important. You don't have a leg to stand on if you don't have like a foot, right? It's that was meant as a pun. But also like they're important structurally, right? They're also super weird. Hands, you spend all of your time looking at your hands, like unconsciously, but when people are like, I can't draw hands, that is because you spend so much time looking at hands, you see immediately that it doesn't work, right? Also, Sky, hello there. Watchdog Farah, hello. Welcome in, you two. I love, make a new layer. Do it. I mean, I guess. Here you go.
Hello.
Here's your new layer. You get green. Green. Wow.
Hello.
Gumpy, you troublemaker. Hello there. Do you not have legs? Look closely. Are you sure? So yeah, like structurally. Okay, so I would say, you know, this foot, like it still looks weird, but maybe we can let it slide. I think maybe we can make that work. This foot looks too big now. Okay, we're gonna leave it. It's fine. It's fine. We are going to go to this layer, and we are going to finish drawing the skirt, and then we're gonna see what we can do about. Okay, so we definitely need to make sure that our, let's see, skirt. Thank you for the fish. Reasonable for shy people to be able to draw feet better than hands? Maybe. Listen, draw what you like. If that happens to be feet and shoes as opposed to hands, like, do not accept judgment from other people. Draw what you like. I will say this every time, okay? If you just want to draw like feet and stuff. But also I could see that. Like, you notice the designs on shoes and like how they look more so than like faces or hands. Honestly, I could see that. Like, as a point of reference, no, I would say that would make sense. You actually got the okay. So there are certain things like shorthand for drawing stuff, like okay, I do have a random. Okay, so have you guys seen comic books? No, most of the time they draw like superhero feats. It's either from like the side, or they do the thing where it's like this, where it's like top down, right? That's generally what you see, and that's because that is the easy to do. And if you are on a time crunch and that's all you got, like, it makes sense. It does. Okay, so if we drew like another cloth wrinkle, like right here, let's see.
Welcome in. Let's make something beautiful together.
Amber, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, new denizen. We're drawing maids today. She very tired. She need to have a drink and some sleeps, probably. You know, some nice tea. It is a thirsty Thursday after all. A palette of only 4 colors? Maybe. Oh, that reminds me. I do need to set up for the... Man, we haven't heard from the Anonymous in a while. The Anonymous? I need to set that back up. Let's see. Okay, so we've got... I think all of these cloth wrinkles work. At least a little bit. Like, okay, so the way that I have drawn this, the cloth is not wrinkling after it stops touching the leg. Like, this doesn't have the 3D quality that it should. It's not bad, but it's not really correct either. So I'm just kind of like, do I fix it or do I leave it like it is? Hum yum 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 yum. Yeah, we have the Squishla jump scare is back. Wait, is the stream freaking out? Are we good? Are we solid? Chat, are you guys denizens? Denizens, can you hear me? Can you see me? Are we good? I say as the weather outside is very weather. So loud. Stop. Okay, so something about this line. I don't like that. I don't like this. Again, we are trying to convey that this leg has thickness and depth, right? So, okay, listen. Let's do a drawing. So we have a leg through here, right? And I guess we would want this to be more like this. So maybe we need to change that line a little bit. But anyway, so this leg has like depth. It has thickness, it has roundness, right? So like if we want to convey that using the wrinkles of the skirt, the cloth is sitting on this part of the shin. So like if we start our wrinkles after that conveys, this conveys how it conveys depth is what I'm saying. And I'm not sure if I'm conveying that properly, but like it's something to keep in mind, which is why I've deleted some of the wrinkles that were sitting on top of the shin, because they didn't convey the right amount of depth. Because like if you draw a wrinkle from here down to here and then here and here, like this chunklet becomes the edge where the cloth is sitting, and that's too thin to convey that the shape is 3D. Does that make sense? Yeah, the thickness is important, you know? Everybody got the thickness. Or the potential for the thickness. It's so hard not to nap, right? No, honestly, I could go do a sleep. It is such good napping weather. It really is. Yeah, so the trouble is we need to okay, I don't know what that layer is. We don't need that. Okay, so this is this layer. We don't need that either. So what we want to make sure that we do, we have two high points where the cloth is basically gathering, and it does like a cat's cradle. Style wrinkle starting from this point. And I suppose that if this is the maximum length of... Yeah, we have that correct. Okay, so this is the max length of the cloth from the knees, right? So then we have to figure out how to show that the cloth is arching between these 2 points. But there's like a big dip, a big valley, because the apron is also doing the same thing between the legs, right? So this is cloth studies. Why is there a smile between Isla? Maid? What? Ha! Now listen, we're doing cloth studies. We're trying to figure out how this works, why this works, how to make this look correct. Listen, no smiling. This is very serious business. We're doing serious art. Brain no work. Same. It's a day for it, honestly.
Make a new layer. Do it.
Okay, here's your new layer. Wow, it's yellow.
Hey, Isla, you should save.
Okay, we're saving, we're contemplating. But listen, we sort this out now. We don't have to worry about it in future, right? Yeah, I'm also like, we look at this. Okay, so
Hello.
her knees would be about here, so her skirt is like halfway between. I feel like we're still making the skirt like too long. Save the chaos. Very well. Also, Bill, hello there. Glad you could make it today. Welcome in, welcome in. I mean, I did draw the maid. Does that count? Alright, hold on. Let me do an hydration. Hold on. I was taking a drink. I could have snorted that up my nose and spat it all over my drawing surface. What would you have done then? How dare? True. She is. Hey, that's rude. So, okay. No, you actually bring up a good point. If she is slouching and, like, she sits in the chair and then, like, slouches down, you gotta think about all of the actions, right? So, like, we have her hair being, like, squished backward with the chair. We would also want to have that happen with, like, the skirt, right? So a lot of the wrinkles would actually push up, like, this way. Oh no! Our cloth dynamics! Oh no! Okay. Wait, what layer are we drawing on? Is there anything else on this layer? No? Okay, great. So anyway, we need to contemplate. But this is why we do iterations with our drawing. We're problem solving, we're figuring things out, and that's totally, like, as a legit stratagem. We can do that. We can be like, why doesn't this look right? Oh, this is why. And then we can make it better. You see? Okay, so if we take into account that she is doing a big slouch, right? Can we make the skirt look more correct? Yeah, she's slouching. Yeah, I think the apron is good. We just gotta figure out how to make the actual skirt part look like a proper skirt. This is like okay, cloth dynamics and like actually drawing the thing, and you gotta visualize and figure out how each of the things interact with the other things, right? Oh yeah, no, cloth simulation is so difficult. Okay, so here's the thing. The cloth has a specific shape. You have a skirt, you basically have like a weird tube thing, right? But then with physics and gravity, you get like weird like cloth wrinkles. So like it's not a perfect tube at the bottom anymore, right? So like there's that for one thing. So that makes it difficult. If you have other stuff acting on the skirt, you can't even see what I'm drawing. my deepest sympathies. That does not sound pleasant, yeah. Okay, so the edge of the chair is like here. So what we would need to do is to have it look correct. So we have to have it kind of flat where she's actually sitting on the chair. And then after that point, it would need to expand for all intents and purposes, right? So then we still have to figure out like, okay, so here's her knee, right? We gotta remember that's where the cloth is. It's got like an anchor point right there. So let's make sure we make a note of that, right? Okay, so if we would make the skirt like a little bit shorter so that it matches more with this. Man, the hard part is like this one. The thing I did with this, you just have this lovely like the skirt is just pointing this way. This is so much easier than trying to figure out accurately how all of this cloth works together. It really is. It's going to flare and fall normally? Possibly? Okay, so there's a few things. We're going to have wrinkles here. We have a big dip or valley, like, between the legs, right? So that's going to be a thing that we need to keep track of, right? So then if, let's see, it falls normally around behind the legs like this. We probably could have made this easier on ourselves with the initial setup for this drawing. But I don't know, there's something about like Maid slouched in a chair that's it's just kind of funny, right? I guess it's not just me. Why not use my... You know, you do bring up a very good point. Do I? I actually do have a skirt. I might be able to do this. Setting up, like, a tripod to properly get a picture of this. I mean, I could... to see how it would work. So perhaps goals for future. Set up a proper like camera to make reference picture. Okay, what layer is... Okay, we're drawing all of this on the same layer. Past Isla, I know you literally just did this, but why the heck would you do this? Okay, we're just gonna get rid of all that because none of that does what I wanted to do. We don't need it. We don't want it. Okay, so not only do we want to convey the action that's happening, we also want to make it look interesting. Yeah? Past Isla hates me? but Past Isla, why? Facial tracking quality? Oh my gosh, it's so much more expressive. The new model, right? I'm amazed. Like, if I chew gum, it pleases me. Now, here's the thing. Listen, this is tough. But not even past Isla or Isla herself should hate Isla. Isla should be Isla's #1 fan. Really. Is this how it is in reality? No, not really. Not always. But it's a goal we can work toward, right? Right? Ah! Hello, YouTube land denizen. Welcome in. Hey, you. It's fierce? It's still fierce. It's always been fierce. See, I know the truth, and that truth is that Isla is very fierce. I know the truth. Okay, so alternatively, we could just go like a little bit ham with like the cloth wrinkles and just do whatever the heck we want and whatever the heck we think looks good. We could make it realistic, but if that is boring and not exciting and like too... Ow. Isla is a fake Isla fan? Aw, beans. Okay, so here is what we're going to do. We are going to make some cool like wrinkles there. We're going to have wrinkle here for the knee. We have thought about making the stuff like more realistic, and I don't know if that works. So we're gonna try the opposite approach and see how we like that. Yeah? Because we can do that as artists. We can be like, here's how it's supposed to work, and now I choose not to do that. We can just do that. Hello, Izzy. Welcome. It's Art Buddy. Hello. Hey, can we get a shout out for Izzy, please? How's it going? We are struggling with drawing cloth wrinkles today. It's very exciting. Too chill. Need to sleep. Honestly, go nap. It's good for you. Have a good sleep, okay? I'll catch you later, maybe. Oh, thank you, Izzy. I try. I think I can visualize how the wrinkles and stuff work. I think we have it. Maybe. Okay, let's go back to our shoes layer and let's actually draw the calves and such. Welcome in. Let's make something beautiful together. Eddie? Is it Eddie? Like the waves are flowing and eddying sort of a thing? Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in, New Dungeon. Are we drawing together? Let's go. Heck yeah. Actually, show of hands, who all is drawing with me right now? I'm mostly just curious. You don't have to answer, but also like, isn't that just cool? We can all draw separately together. I'll catch you later sounds like a threat. How do you know it's not? It's not, but how do you know? Doing Hans racing? Does 3D modeling count? That is odd. Yes, it does count. Yeah, we were trying to figure out how the heck shoes work earlier, and so I've drawn like 3 more lines, and it's nearly been 2 hours, and we've drawn 3 lines. What is going on? Normally I draw so much faster than this. Screaming. I don't draw screaming. I'm usually very, like, chill when I'm drawing, but, like, just... It's fine. Art takes as long as it takes. It is fine. Probably we shouldn't draw on the wrong layer for this. This layer. Here we go. Now we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Okay, so now how to draw. Do I like this flipping out like this? Maybe. I think that might work. Okay, so let's turn off our blue layers. And probably this one. Okay, this foot still looks weird for some reason. If we come back to this later. I think we'll be okay. You were drawing, but now you're making dinner. 2 creative things? Let's go. Honestly, like, there's a lot of stuff that counts. I don't know if it's drawing necessarily, but it's definitely a creative thing. So good. Cooking food, doing 3D stuff, painting models, writing. There's so many ways you guys can be creative. It's all counting. We can be creative together, yeah? All right, you know what? Let's take a break from drawing the lady. Let's work on background stuff. Okay, we got like 5 minutes before it's break time. Let's draw our bird lamp with plant. Let's just be quick about it. Why not? Do I have the references that I used for last time? Nope. Should I probably have saved those? Yes, I should have, probably. But it'll be fine. I have a pretty solid idea what I want. And then future Isla can be mad at me for not actually saving the references. But that'll be future Isla's problem. Alright, so we want a cool, like, leaf right here. I think we're going to make this chunklet... Ooh, actually, hold on. So we're going to have, like, layers of... Let's see. Okay, so if you fold a piece of metal, fold this chunklet out like that. And then you have this chunklet fold like that. Then you can have like a cool, be fairly flat looking. We could have nice flat like so. And then we'll have, I think we're gonna do another leaf like this. And then one flower chunklet. And then. Okay, we do want this to have an overall, like, C shape. So let us make sure that we have a nice, smooth curve for this part. Very nice, very good. Yes? What? Huh? True. Oh my gosh, I would love to have that as like a lamp. That would be so good. That borb. I feel like it's one of those like it's one of those unique items that is... It's so not common or so niche that it gets to be very expensive. So I don't know if that's a thing that I will ever actually own. One can dream though, right? Okay, so this is going to be like stained glass. So we're trying to make sure that we draw each chunklet of like stained glass lampshade. And if we do it correctly, the variations in the line texture will just look like all of this in between is just like the sealant stuff between the glass chunklets, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. What layer are we on? This one. So now we need two. Let's see. Let's erase these chunklet. And a little bit right there. And then I guess we should probably do break time. Okay, we have started on the actual background, right? All right, everybody. Let us go do the break time. Everybody, please enjoy break screen. And we'll be back. I can words. We will be back within 5 minutes. Here we go. Wow. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so first off, hello Emmy, I return. Second off, I returned and I was like, wow, these shoes look real weird. Okay, so now we have to figure out, does it bother me enough that I'm going to fix it, or are we gonna leave it? And can the shoes get their own aprons? So I'm going off of this character design right here. They do not currently have aprons. No. I feel like probably at some point twins would realize that. Is there like a set time when they do? No, not really. I feel like the more important question is, do both of them feel like
make a new layer. Do it.
they can have a new layer, like right here, and it's orange. Wow. There's no aprons on the shoes. No. Listen. I'm gonna be honest. I think my knowledge is lacking. I don't know if I've ever seen an apron on a shoe. Also, this particular right here, this looks kind of weird too, doesn't it? How curious. Such a shame that we're working on the background now. We definitely cannot be distracted and go back and look at the other things. And we are moving on. We are gonna make some proper progress on this for today, and we're totally not gonna go back and fix the shoes yet again. No, we are not. We are so not doing that. Yes. We're probably gonna fix those. Well, here's the thing. How does apron on shoe? How does that enhance the look? You know what I mean? You want to have like sensible shoes that don't get like too dirty, right? Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out the shoes. There's a way to do it properly. I think I might have to take some reference pictures or something. There has to be a way to do it properly. That's my thinking. Okay, so we have the flower, straw, flower number 2, and then we have board. Honestly, it's kind of cool. I do like this lamp design quite a bit, actually. It's like flat pieces of metal cut out to have cool shapes, right? I wonder how they attach them. It's not like there's like a bolt that goes through there. I wonder how they do this. It's not like glued. I don't think they weld them together.
Yum, 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 yum. All right, so let's make sure that. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, so we have our plants. We have the base of the lamp right there. Making sure the lines connect through the objects. There we go. Don't worry about the shoes. There's no shoes at all. They're no longer a thing. Are you sure? Truly? Also, hello, first time chatter. Welcome in. Guys, we got a first time chatter. Could we get some more welcomes in chat, please? Brazing? It's grown up soldering? Okay. Can we also just say soldering? It should be soldering, right? That's how the word looks, but it's soldering. No, it's not a kink museum. It's not a kink museum. This is Studio Now and Den, okay? It's the den for the kitsune. It's we do art every now and then. Three languages and trench coats. I mean, listen, you're not wrong, but that somehow does not make it better. Wow, what the no, listen, I'm fierce. Also, I'm not a tsundere. Probably. Listen, I can accept compliments sometimes. If the expression's not lewd, she's tired. How does... What do you mean? Listen. She can just be tired, okay? Her expression is not lewd. It's fine. She's just tired. She's just tired. Look at her. She has done a long day of dusting and cleaning of manor that she is in, right? Look, you can see right here. She is hardworking. Yeah. She's so hardworking. Okay, what's on this layer? Hold on. Okay, this is an empty layer. Where's my ruler? Hold on. Okay. So I have a pen display, and I'm using an actual factual physical ruler to make sure that I can draw straight lines. Because we are just going to have these sit like that. Marvelous. Okay, so now we need to draw coffee table. Now the question is, how do we draw the circles? That's gonna be the tough part, I feel like. Yeah. So something that I very much struggle with, drawing ellipses in any sort of perspective, it is a struggle. It's probably one of those things that I just really need to practice, but it is not an interest of mine to be able to draw perfect ellipses in perspective. It would help out with so many things. So we're just going to kind of fudge the perspective a little bit. This side looks fine. This other side looks less good. But yeah, doing this with any sort of consistency. I could copy the line and make it bigger, and that would function. That would be fine. We could just make this. Do I like that? Do we want that to be how it is? I mean, we could. I do my best to work hard, but I also know that listen, I work hard to also have work-life balance. So like I do have my days where I am a potato, but that just means that I can work hard when it is time to work hard, right?
Did I get you?
Hello, Squishla. No, you did not. Okay, so I like this initial circle, this secondary thing that we have here. We don't like that. That's no good. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're stealing this line, and we're gonna copy it a little bit, I think, because I want to have a proper looking little coffee table thing. So we're gonna do something kind of like this, maybe a little bit smaller. And then one additional, and then one additional. We do need to make this one smaller. There we go. Alright, I can work with this. Boop, 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 boom. Brum, ba, ba, bum. Meow, bum, ba, da, bum. Okay. And then. Let's clean up all of this just a little bit. And then this one. Do they look the same or close enough? I think so. I think we can deal with that. All right, so now what we want to do, we want to combine a bunch of layers. Okay, not that one, but we do want to combine that with this layer, and then we want this layer to be combined with that layer, and then this one. Okay, so now we have our lovely little circle. We're going to take that, we're going to copy it, and we're going to throw that down here. And look, we have we're just gonna boop. Okay, lovely. Look at that, we have the base of the table right there. Wow. So yes it is. Work-life balance is very hard if you are your own manager. That is specifically why I take weekends off, mostly entirely. Sometimes I do an occasional thing on weekends, but like, I don't know if you guys know, but doing streaming is my end of the day activity. So like, I do a stream and I'm like, yes, the final thing for the day. I can chill, I can hang out. I did all of my work stuff before stream. Now I can just hang out and chill with the cool beans, my cool denizens, right?
And then the rest of the evening, if I get something done, it's fabulous. That's like extra super good, but I don't have to, right? That's the trick. Why do I still have so many of these weird layers? Okay, this one. Okay, this is still part of the lamp. Okay, all of lamp is on one layer. Very nice, very good. Let's clean up this part. I still kind of feel like we need something else on this coffee table thing, but I also kind of think that we don't need to have anything else on this coffee table. I have work. Yes. Streaming is not my full-time job. Streaming is a hobby currently. No, it is very difficult to have streaming be your full-time job. So yeah, okay. I'm not gonna go too much into it, but like, but yeah, actually making streaming your full-time job is this is heckin' difficult. Listen, I have not gotten to Twitch partner yet, so no, streaming is not my full-time job. It's a hobby that I am using it to become a less awkward being socially. I have met some of the coolest people through streaming. It's absolutely fabulous. But no, so I make games, and I also do like freelance art things. So like that is my actual job stuff. No, streaming is currently more of a hobby that I make some monies from, but it's still it would not be a full-time job. No. I stream to become less awkward. Yes. Honestly, like, it's actually working. I'm getting better at communicating and talking with people. I am trying to get out of my comfort zone to be more of the social. It's very good. I had somebody the other day, a very good friendo, who was like, wait, you're socially awkward? I never would have guessed. So that means that I have successfully tricked them, right? They never knew. Ah, you're welcome, Imtress. I find cool rocks. True. I am socially awkward. Yes. So here's the thing. It comes in many flavors, right? But here's also the thing that you gotta take into the equation. I have technically been streaming for probably over 8 years, not strictly only on Twitch. I say recently, but it's probably been like 3 or 4 years. I've gone through several different models and that sort of thing. Like, I am trying different things. I'm trying to branch out. I'm trying to do different things. I'm trying to socialize more, okay? So when I say I'm socially awkward, you put me in a room full of people that I don't know, I will be so awkward, okay? This is me trying to get out of my comfort zone and do different things. Okay, that's how I started streaming. The key to the padlock? What are you talking about? Listen, I know there's jokes about like mods are chained up in the basement. You are in your own domicile. If there's a padlock, you put it there, my guy. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, like, so when I was in Kitsune school, I didn't talk to anybody because I was that's how awkward I was. I had like maybe 2 friends. So like I've gotten a lot better. Communication and it's a learned skill, okay? If I can do it, you can do it. Is all I'm saying. You can be less socially awkward, I believe. So yeah, I don't know. Like you can look at me and just see like the fact that I'm on stream and I can articulate stuff and I can draw and I can chit chat. But this is the result of a lot of effort and time and work. You can do this too, okay? I don't know if this applies to you, but if you need to hear it, you also can become a less awkward being. Trust. Dion, no, don't do that. No, that is not how that works. It's not easy. No, I know. I've been there. I have lived 690 something years. Trust me, I know. When am I installing a what? So they can what? What if you just want to become worse? I mean, I guess that's an option. I feel like that might not be your best option, but listen, I'm not your mom. You do what you think is best for you. I feel like you're joking in the chat with that, but like, really? Really? It's Konotomo! Yo, let's go. This fabulous bean. Mods, can we get a shout out for Konotomo, please? You guys like hearing the news? You guys like having a sassy, cool vampire that does cooking streams and has lots of guests and is super cool and chill and very, very kind, very nice bean? You should check out Konotomo. Fabulous, fabulous bean. Go observe this boy. Do it. Okay, Dion, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought you were legit asking me, and I was about to be like, I was trying to formulate how to be like, why are you asking me this in this particular manner? But like, no, if it's part of a sales pitch for, no, listen. I was real confused at what you were asking. Do I not? I do not like feet, yeah. Have you seen feet? Listen, they're shoved in shoes all day. They're kind of gross.
Make a new layer. Do it.
I mean, okay. Here's your new layer. You get a fancy new layer. Wow, it is red. You get the red layer? Wow, 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 wow. Hello, YouTube land denizen. Welcome in. We're having chicken enchilada for dinner tonight. Yo, menus in. That sounds delicious, actually. What am I eating tonight? I don't know. I think I might have some leftovers, perhaps. User has been banned. Oh no! Can we get some Fs in chat? Konotomo, our friend. This cultured individual has been banned. It is truly a shame. Let's get some Fs in chat, everybody. Please. One salute for fallen heroes. Let's go. YouTube land has the best dinners, right? Like, I'm just sitting here like, do I feel like scrambling some eggs for dinner tonight? Or like having a microwave or an ovenable food. I ate all of my mangoes, so I'm kind of like, what do? Okay, I'm stalling because we have these borbs that we need to draw, and I don't know exactly how I want to do them. We could do like, okay, so we want these to be like weird carvings of burbs, right? So maybe something like these, and then let's see. We do kind of want to make this a little bit 3D, right? So maybe something kind of like this, and then we have like chunklets for the wings, right? You want a bad movie? What is an entertainingly bad movie? That's a very good question. I feel like I'm not the best person to ask this to because I don't really watch a ton of movies. Let's see. A bad movie, but that has entertainment value. I don't know if it quite counts with your requirements, but have you ever seen Zoolander? Like, it's such a dumb movie, but it's like high in entertainment value, right? I've actually been wanting to watch that again recently. It's so dumb. I don't know if I would classify that as a bad movie though, is the problem, you know? Seen it twice? Okay, so maybe not that one. Do you know of Mystery Science Theater 3000, The Prince of Space? Because that would also be a recommendation if you want a highly entertaining bad movie. That would be what I would recommend. It might be on YouTube, I don't know. But yeah, Prince of Space. Wait, the entire budget of a movie was 300 doll hairs? What the heck? Really? Wow. I watched one movie and I'm trying to remember what it was called. And it was so bad that even like Mystery 3000, like MST3K commentary type stuff could not make it better. Like, I fell asleep in this movie like 2 times. I'm pretty sure. The only thing I remember was like super bad effects. I fell asleep. I woke up when there was like not Twitch TOS compliant things happening on screen. And then they were fleeing from like birds that were horrible in CG, and they had reused the same like bird animation. And then I fell asleep again, and then I woke up and they were shoehorning in some environmental thing about it. Was it? It might be Birdemic, yeah. I fell asleep trying to watch the MST3K version of Manos, The Hand of Fate. Here's the thing about that movie, though. I know one thing about that. They were filmed that on a camera where they could only film like 30 seconds at a time or something like that. And they were just like, I'm gonna make a movie. I don't know how to make a movie. I don't know how to make it good, but I'm just gonna do it. And they made something. It's not necessarily good, but they were like, you know what? I'm gonna do a thing, and they did the thing. That's all I know about that. I love make a new layer. No, come on, stop. Listen, do we not have enough Skittles already? Do we need more? Do we need more layers? Truly? Here you go. This purple layer is for you. There you go.
Your last channel points? Aw, do you think that purple, was that a good use of your last channel points? Do you feel that was a good thing? What is another good MST3K one? What is that called? It's... what is that? Okay, for anybody who knows the MST3K stuff, what's the movie where they kept saying, like, Beef McHardpecs or something? What is that movie? It was like a weird sci-fi movie thing that was like really bad. What is that called? Okay, so man, what even happens in this movie? Okay, so they have like these weird go-kart things. I guess they're like little scooter motorcycle things, and then they do like this whole scene where they have the most pathetic like driving action sequence. Oh, hold on. I also thought of another actual factual bad movie. What is that one? It's got mechs. It's really weird. It's so bad. What is that movie? The chase scene where it's going like 5 miles per hour, yeah. Is this my problem? Is this why I don't have like pop culture knowledge? I just spend all my time watching bad movies? I've never actually seen a live-action Resident Evil movie. Space Mutiny! Yes! That one! Oh man. That one. If you want a bad movie recommendation, wait, it's Robot Jocks. That's the other one. Okay, so my recommendations: MST3K. We got Prince of Space. We got Space Mutiny. MST3K. I don't think they did an MST3K of Robot Jocks, but like Robot Jocks is just, it's just bad. There you go. That would be my top 3 recommendations for bad movies. Right there. There you go. Rocket Punch! You've seen it! Yes, let's go. Crash and Burn. That was Hackers, wasn't it? Listen. Also, entertainingly bad. Yes. 6 String Samurai. Is that all one movie? Flight of the Navigator, honestly, pretty solid though. I remember watching it one time, and it was honestly, my remembering was it was very whimsical and fun. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Paul Rubin, I don't know who that is. Okay, so anyway, we have bird structure. We're going to take this layer, we're going to copy it. Okay, here we go. We're going to copy this layer, we're going to flip this horizontally. We're going to put this like right there. Look at that, wow. We have the makings of a lovely sculpty coffee table-y thing.
Corman. Do I know who that is? I feel like I should know who that is. It has been so long since I've seen E.T. or Flight of the Navigator. What is the other one? There's another movie that's very similar in my brain. What is it? Batteries Not Included? Have you guys seen that one? Listen, the thing you gotta understand, my pop culture knowledge is like, it's like, you know how Swiss cheese has like holes in it? Imagine my pop culture knowledge is where like the holes in the Swiss cheese, that's like my pockets of knowledge, and the rest is just empty space. So like I know a few things, but then the rest of it, nothing. It's Dandy! The Hans! Hello. Yeah, let's go. Shout out for Hans. Excellent. Oh, I've seen Short Circuit. Yeah. Oh man, no, I remember that one. You got the silly robots that like read books at like Mach 12. You were told to hold your Hanses if you get permission. You gotta get permission first. Yeah. One sole purpose. You know what? Honestly, solid. Listen, we can all aspire to holding the Hans at one point in our lives, right? Ah, goals. Okay, so we're drawing a coffee table. Hold on. Hold gently, like Hamburg. Exactly. Lasagna? Hold on. Wait, stop. No, hold on. Do you hold your lasagna? What? No, you don't. Listen, no. Okay, the meme, as the meme goes. No, stop. Listen, look. No. Okay, hold a hamburger gently. Hold like hamburger, right? So you have the thing, and then like you hold it gently, right? You got the thing like this, right? Who holds their lasagna with the noodles and the sauce, and who holds a slice of lasagna like this? Who does this? Who does this? Why would you do this? You eat lasagna with a fork. You what? No, you don't. It's not a sandwich. It's pasta. You eat it with the fork. Well, I think we have had enough internet for today. Everybody, thank you very much for joining me today. I have to go reevaluate my life choices, as I have learned today that some people hold lasagna like a hamburger. I don't like that I know this about humanity anymore. This is literally the worst. A lasagna There's not a lasagna sandwich, is there? A gift? Aww, I love it.
Alan stare past a Hamburg Alan Fox dance.
Okay, so first off, Kron, thank you very much for subscription. I do very much appreciate it. It helps me quite a lot. Thank you. You are a legend. But also, what do you mean? There's not pasta Hamburg. That's not a thing. Unless it is, in which case it's not gonna be lasagna. No. Why would you eat spaghetti with your hands? Hello. No.
A meatball sub sandwich. No, that makes sense. But you have bread. It's not noodles that have sauce on them. Also, hello. Scratch, welcome in. Hello, hello. We're debating the ethics of eating lasagna like a hamburger, and it's literally the worst. What? Why do you eat lasagna like a hamburger? That's not what it's for. No, I don't buy it, chat. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Also, new layer. Okay. Here is your new layer. You're going to get a fancy blue layer. Blue is the best color. There you go. I'm looking at you. Lasagna burger sounds pretty good. I don't know. Here's the problem. So, you have bread, then you have pasta, which is also bread adjacent, right? It's pasta. If you have too much bread equivalent for your burger, if you don't have enough meats or cheeses, like the ratios are wrong. You're posting an image. Why are you doing the like? Why are you making this face? Why are you doing this? Are you posting something cursed? That's how this reads to me. I'm concerned. All right, listen. Binary, you gotta test this, okay? You cook it up. You cook up the lasagna normally. You make the stuff normally, right? You report to us how it tastes. Are the ratios of like bread equivalent to meat and cheese, are they wrong? And you tell us how it goes, yeah? We'll do this with science. We'll write it down. Tell us how it goes. Okay, this is your homework for today. What? No. Listen, it's a hamburger. You pick it up and eat it with your hands. Who eats a burger with a knife and fork? Okay, so I do have a gripe to pick with like, okay, so you know the fancy restaurants where you have like your hamburger bun and then you have like some toppings and then you have like this patty that's just like this giant brick and then there's like the bottom bun and they have to stab it with like a little plastic thing to like keep it together. I don't actually like this type of hamburger. This is the type of thing that, yeah, you probably have to like either smash it flat or you have to cut it apart with a knife and fork. Who wants to eat a hamburger with a knife and fork? No, the best hamburgers, you got the proper ratio. You got your bun, you got your toppings, right? You got your meat, and then you have another like bun, right? This is the proper ratio for a hamburger. Like you can even have two that are like nice and thin and like extra cheese in there, right? Gumpy, I can't unhinge my jaws. That's not a thing that most human adjacent creatures can do. You know that, right? Skill issue? No, it's good to know that you can unhinge your jaw. We'll keep this information filed away. We're slowly building a profile on you. Lasagna burger with like garlic toast. Honestly,
that would be more appropriate. But again, like your ratios, you got a lot of bread adjacent stuff, maybe not as much meat and cheese. Listen, lasagna sounds so good on its own. Lasagna's delicious. Gonna eat sushi cold. So if you have proper fresh sushi, it's actually like room temperature, right? Like you got your fish, it's very fresh, it's fresh fish. You got the rice that's like not been sitting on ice for hours. Right? Right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. It's not supposed to be like it's a little cold. You don't microwave your sushi. Lasagna is just a sloppy Joe. So the thing with sloppy Joe, my understanding is that they're like a whole bunch of little tiny food pellets in a sauce on bread, and it's very messy. Hence the name. It's very sloppy. Also, I think it's like a specific seasoning. I don't know. I don't think it's quite the same. Not quite. I feel like we haven't done that much this stream. We've been yapping a lot. Hello, hello. What is it about topics about food that just sets me off? I don't know why. Hello, Guilty. Glad you could make it today. Welcome in. Am I just always hungry? I mean, yeah. I mean, you're right, though. Okay, so listen. I don't eat like kibble, like animal kibble stuff, but okay. So I have a lot of cats, and like I have this Ziploc bag. Okay. I have to draw this. Hold on. You guys gotta understand. So like I have a countertop, right? And I have like my like I have like a little bag of chips that has like a little clip on it, right? And then like on this side, so I have a bag of cat food ready to refill my cat's like automatic feeder, right? And like if you just look at the counter, you're like, there's food here. And then by association, you're like, hey, what's that? That's some sort of a snack. No, wait, that's cat food. So like, I don't eat cat food, but like I have a bag of cat food on my counter. So like, but that's because I might need it to refill my cat's food. You know, it's not weird, I swear. No, I haven't. No, cease this. No, I haven't. Listen, it just sits there. I realized before I'm like, wait, that's not actually snack. Hello. No, I realize. Gumpy, don't you dare. What do you mean caught in 4K? I just said it's sitting on my counter in a bag. How many times? 0. What the heck? No. Night Vulture, hello. Glad you could make it today. No, listen. It's just on the counter, okay? I don't eat this. Oh my goodness. Why did I tell you guys this? I'm never I feel like you guys are not listening to the words that I'm saying. Oh my goodness. I was contemplating ending stream to like go eat food. Like actual food, and now I'm worried like if I end the stream here, it's like I'm running away. actual human food. You hush. All right, I think we will actually end stream here for today. Listen, we drew some shoes that I'm not super happy with. We kind of sort of figured out the skirt. We have drawn a chunk of the lamp and the coffee table. As far as art goes, I would say we drew like 3 more lines, so that's kind of a win, right?
Tyler, make a new layer. Do it.
Okay, last layer for today. Here you go. Here's your layer. Is green. You get a green layer. Wow. Dandy has twice as many. True. Hello, Frost. Glad you could make it today. Welcome in. Okay, so we're gonna just it's fine. So we're gonna end today's stream with this amount of chaos. It's fine. Listen, I'm gonna go eat food, like proper human food. It's gonna be fine. I have some leftovers. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, everybody, thank you very much for joining me today. We will be Stremben collab games. We're playing Guilty as Sock with some very cool beans tomorrow. Food. Okay, stop. No. Stop. So yeah, tomorrow we're playing Guilty as Sock with some very fabulous beans. I hope you guys will join us. It'll be whatever time it is for you currently. 2 hours ago from now is when we're starting, if that makes ow, if that makes any sort of sense. All right, everybody, thank you very much for joining me today. YouTube land denizens, I see you. Thank you very much for joining us today. Unfortunately, you can't raid with us. Those of you here in the Twitch lands, we're gonna go raid somebody. Lasagna sandwich raid. No. I do not approve of this raid message. That sounds so cursed. No. No! Denizens, why are you like this? Why? You know what? Lasagna sandwich raid sounds amazing. Alright, everybody, thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you had fun. I will see you all tomorrow. Have an excellent rest of your day, okay? Okay. Bye.